Your iPhone Reminders app is way more powerful than you think. You already know it can give you reminders based on time and date, but did you know it can also give you reminders based on location? Like when you get to the park, it can automatically remind you to do some push-ups. So let's check it all out. First up, the basics you'll need to know to get started using this app. I'm going to demonstrate using the iPad version of this app, but it works the same on your Mac and on your iPhone. When you open the app, you're greeted with what's happening today. This shows you what's scheduled for the day, and as you mark things off, they'll disappear from this tab. A scheduled tab, which shows you everything that's left to do for today, as well as everything tomorrow, and if you have any special reminders later in the week, such as groceries, they'll show up here. All reminders. This section shows you things from today, your scheduled tab, as well as your reminders that are not based on time, such as the to-do section here, where I have a list that will pop up when I reach a location, and an important reminders tab under flagged. This shows you reminders you tagged as important, so you can place things such as deadlines and see them without having to worry about all the less important tasks blocking your view. And a completed reminders tab. That's where any of the reminders you check off will end up. There's also a handy clear button here that lets you clean up your completed section in batches instead of manually deleting them one by one. Just below this, you have lists. 2 are pre-built for you, reminders, which holds all your timed reminders, and to-do reminders, which is great for groceries and any other type of reminder where you need to track what to do. Your timed reminders will also show up inside your calendar and in the calendar widget. I used to directly use my calendar app to schedule out my day, but this can get really messy compared to how the reminders app shows you inside of the calendar app. The reminder app also gives you a lot more control over repeating events. So if I want to script one day and record the next day, and I want those events to repeat, I'm going to use the reminders app as it has a lot of extra scheduling features. Creating reminders. Let's check out how to create a reminder. Up at the very top, you have 4 buttons. The left one that looks like a calendar with a clock lets you create a timed reminder. The location icon lets you create location-based reminders. The flag icon lets you select which reminder is extra important, and tags lets you type words that categorizes reminders for you. Let's check out time-based reminders. I'll press tomorrow to schedule something. You can instantly write out what you need a reminder for. Let's say tomorrow I want to clean my windows. To give this reminder a specific time or to add more details, use the info button on the far right. This brings up a details section where you can change the main name of this reminder. Let's keep it as clean windows. Then there's the notes section. This lets you add extra details. The smaller details won't take up as much space on your app screen and when you look at your calendar. I'll press on time to set a specific time I want to be reminded to clean my windows. So toggle this button and set a time. Let's choose 3 p.m. Then you have even more features below. The early reminder section allows you to create an alarm before the reminder is actually scheduled. So if I have to go fetch my window cleaning solution and some towels, I might want to set 5 minutes before the reminder so I can make sure I'm ready for the task. And let's also make this a repeating reminder. You can choose any of these settings such as every day, every week, or any of the other ones, but I want to show you something cooler. Press custom. Now you can actually choose to space out the reminder in all sorts of ways. Let's say I want to clean my windows every 3 days. I'll choose daily, then on every, I'll choose 3. Now every 3 days, I'll be reminded to clean my windows. But this can be used in all sorts of more impressive ways. I can make one reminder to script my videos every other day, then create a second reminder to record these videos every other day. Then I can stagger these 2 reminders so I have alternating days where I script, then record. There's also a tag section. This allows you to type out a hashtag. These hashtags make it easy for you to search all of your related reminders all at once. So if I want to check out my videography related reminders, all I have to do is type video in the search bar and all the reminders which use hashtag videos show up all at once. Location lets you set the reminder by location. I'll show you how to use that in the next section as you can do some really awesome things with it. But moving down, we have flag. Use flag to make sure you have the most important tasks visible in your flag section. This cleaning windows reminder is not super important, But if I had a big bill coming up or something super important that I absolutely did not want to miss, I would flag that reminder. Flagged reminders show up in their own flag section on the left here. And all of these things work the same on your iPhone as your iPad or your Mac. And whatever you do in one device will sync over to all of your other devices as long as they're on the same iCloud account. There's also a priority selection here. This lets you choose between low, medium, or high. Low shows up with 1 exclamation mark, medium with 2, and high with 3 exclamation marks. And even lower down is the list you want this to appear in. Right now, it's in the default reminders section, but we could move it to the to-do, or if we want to create extra lists, we can move it to those. It's a good idea to have separate lists for work and household tasks, and if you're an active person, maybe one for your outdoors fun. Subtasks lets you create a checklist within this reminder. Let's say I want to separate my cleaning into left and right windows. I can add those two as separate subtasks, and they'll show up as 2 separate entries, so you can keep track of all your reminders with even more detail. Let's check out location-based reminders because they're cool and worth checking out on their own. Press on the location button to create a new location-based task. You can select one of the built-in ones like arriving home or getting into your car. But let's check out how cool this really can get. There's a park near me where I like to work out in the outdoors gym, but I always forget which workouts I need to do here. So let's select custom and enter the park's name. Now I can select how far from the park I should be when the reminder chimes. I'll adjust the radius to fit the entire park so I'm reminded as soon as I reach this location. And I'll make sure arrive is selected because I need to be reminded when I get there, not as I leave. Now I'll press done, and I can edit the smaller details of this reminder as well. First, I'll enter the main name of this reminder. I'll type calisthenics. Feel free to use these reminders however you want. Maybe you're creating a location-based reminder for your grocery store. In that case, you'd put groceries. Then press that detail button on the right side. Here, I'm not going to choose date or time. I want this reminder every single time I reach this park. I will add a tag, workout, so when I use the search bar, this will appear with the rest of my physical activities. But more importantly, I want to create subtasks. This is super handy for groceries, but I'm using this outdoors gym, so let's make it some sub-workouts for me to do. I'll add crunches, pull-ups, push-ups, and some stretching. Now, press done. Now when I walk over to that park, I'll always be reminded to get my fitness in. Flagging and tagging. Let's take a quick look at the flagging and tagging sections of reminders. Flagging places your most important reminders in their own special spot. Let's create a new reminder for me to send this video in this weekend. And because I want to make sure I can always see this when checking my most important tasks, I'll press the flag button. Now if I navigate to flagged, I'll see this very important reminder. With this reminder selected, I can also press the tag button and type out a tag. I'll type in work and press enter. Then apply. Let's see how awesome tags are. I have a whole bunch of work reminders from scripting, recording, and editing to submitting. Without tags, I couldn't search all 4 of these different words together in one search bar. But because I tagged all of these reminders as work, I can simply type in work in the search bar and all of them will appear. Alternatively, there's also the tag section at the bottom that lets you see all the tags you've created. Lists and groups. To truly get the most out of your reminders app, you need to understand how lists work. All your reminders that we've looked at so far are just the tasks to do. Every single task you create shows up inside one of your lists. The 2 built-in ones are reminders and to-do lists. If you long press on a list, you can change its details, such as name, color, or icon. You can also convert it into a smart list. Let's create a brand new list as a smart list and see what it can do. Press the new list button at the bottom, type a name, choose a color and icon, and because we're exploring smart list features, select that under list type. A new feature will pop up that lets you add filters. Click that to bring up this screen. What you select on this section will help the Reminders app automatically sort your reminders into this smart list. So of course, the first thing I want is for anything with the hashtag work to show up here, but you can also choose any of the other things, like setting a location and selecting your workplace. And you can keep customizing till you're content. Another example of a great smart list would be for workouts. I can use the hashtag workout, but I can also select the gym location or the outdoors park where I like to do my calisthenics. Now when you create a new reminder and use a related hashtag, the reminder will automatically be placed in the appropriate smart folder instead of the default reminder folder. There's also a thing called add group. This lets you group multiple lists together. Great if you want to have two separate lists, maybe you have two jobs and you have two separate lists for them, but you want them to appear under one group called work. Well, create a group, we'll add both of the lists here, and now you can toggle them on and off together. Make a group for work, for personal things like groceries or travel, and another one for your habits and daily routines. It's up to your imagination how you want to use the groups feature. And one thing that's really awesome about groups and lists is that you can share your reminders lists or groups with people. Just long press on the list, press share, and now you can send it via iMessages, mail, set added to notes, send it through whatever method you want to use to share. The receiving person will be able to see and edit things in this list, but they cannot see your other lists that you did not share. And lastly, let's look at how we can use Siri to do all the things we've discussed so far. You can ask Siri to remind you of things based on your time or location. So, hey Siri, remind me to water my plants every Friday at 6 p.m. This creates a reminder for every Friday at 6 p.m. to water your plants. You can say each week, each month, or whatever way you want to space it out. So, hey Siri, every 3 days, remind me to back up my Mac. Location-based reminders. Hey Siri, remind me to play fetch with my dog when I get to Brick Valley Park every time I get there. If you're on a website and you want to be reminded about this website later, you can also use Siri. Hey Siri, remind me about this tomorrow at 2 p.m. And now the website will be added inside of this reminder, so when it pops up, you can just click the link. You can also use Siri to see your reminders or mark them as complete. Hey Siri, show me today's reminders. Hey Siri, mark lunch as complete. Well, that covers everything you need to know to get the most out of your Apple Reminders app. Time-based reminders, location-based reminders, using Siri with this app, and of course, smart lists. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave us a like so other Apple users are recommended this video. Comment down below if you have extra tips for the Reminders app that you want to share, and subscribe because we post tons of awesome Apple tips and tricks. Thanks for watching.
Softorino. Tiny apps that make a gigantic difference.